Hello and welcome. Today, we're continuing on the life and times of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Our guide for this exploration is the renowned biography Arahik al-Maktoum, or The Sealed Nectar, by Saifur Rahman al-Mubarakpuri. Chapter 6.2 Babyhood of Muhammad, peace be upon him. In the heart of ancient Arabia, it was customary for children to be sent from towns to the desert. This practice ensured they grew up in healthy surroundings, developing strong bodies and learning the pure, chaste language of the Bedouins. The baby Muhammad, peace be upon him, was entrusted to Halima bint Abi Dwaib from the Bani Sa'd tribe. Halima and her husband, Al-Harith bin Abdul-Uzza, embraced this responsibility with joy. In the care of Halima, Muhammad, peace be upon him, had several foster siblings, Abdullah, Anisa, and Ashema. These early bonds formed in the desert were cherished throughout his life. The open desert offered a life of freedom and purity. Young Muhammad, peace be upon him, thrived in this environment, growing strong and learning the noble manners and language of the Bedouins. Interestingly, both Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his uncle, Hamza, were nursed by the same women, Thiyaba and Halima. This shared nurturing created unique bonds within the family. In the evenings, Halima would share stories and wisdom with young Muhammad, peace be upon him. These lessons, filled with values and traditions, deeply influenced his character. Despite the distance, Amina's love for her son remained unwavering. She visited Muhammad, peace be upon him, in the desert, witnessing the robust and well-mannered boy he was becoming. In a year of drought and famine, the Bedouin tribes struggled to find food and water. Ibn Ishaq states that Halima narrated that she, along with her husband and a suckling baby, set out from her village in search of children to nurse. Halima rode a weary brown she-ass, and they had an old she-camel that produced no milk. The cries of their hungry baby filled the nights, and their prayers for rain and relief seemed unanswered. Arriving in Mecca, Halima and other women of her clan sought children to nurse. Yet, no one accepted the orphan Muhammad, peace be upon him, fearing the lack of reward from his family. As the other women secured children to nurse, Halima felt disheartened. She turned to her husband, saying, "I cannot return empty-handed. I will take the orphan." He agreed, hoping for Allah's blessings through the child. When Halima took Muhammad, peace be upon him, in her arms, a miracle occurred. Her breasts filled with milk, enough for both Muhammad, peace be upon him, and her own baby to drink to their heart's content. That night, Halima's husband found their old she-camel brimming with milk. They drank to their fill and enjoyed a restful sleep, something they had missed for nights. The next morning, Halima's husband exclaimed, "By Allah, Halima, we have been blessed with a special child." Halima replied with hope and gratitude, "By the grace of Allah, I believe so." On their return journey, Halima's lean donkey recovered speed, much to the amazement of her fellow travelers. By the time they reached their encampment, the barren land had sprouted luxuriant grass, and their animals were satisfied and full of milk. After 2 years, Halima took Muhammad, peace be upon him, back to his mother, Amina, requesting that he stay longer to benefit from the blessings he brought. Amina agreed, and Muhammad, peace be upon him, stayed with Halima's family until he was 4 or 5 years old. One day, as narrated by Anas and Sahih Muslim, Gabriel came down, opened Muhammad's chest, peace be upon him, and removed a blood clot, saying, "That was the part of Satan in thee." He then washed the heart with Zamzam water and restored it. The other children playing with Muhammad, peace be upon him, rushed to Halima, exclaiming that he had been killed. They all hurried to him and found him unharmed, though his face was pale. From that day forward, Halima's household flourished. The presence of young Muhammad, peace be upon him, continued to bring blessings, transforming their lives and filling their hearts with gratitude. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the history of the Arabian Peninsula and babyhood of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories. See you next time. Watch more. Subscribe for more fascinating history.